if you are using this book, Music for Little Mozarts, we're going to try to play a few songs out of this today, okay? So what I want you to do is open up to page 31. All right. Now, this is good because most of the students that have this are younger students, so you probably have your mom and dad sitting down with you right now helping you to do this. And this will help your mom and dad. This is great so you guys can engage with your kids and see what they're learning. And it also teaches you a little bit about piano. You're more aware of what they're doing. The first thing we're going to do is you notice on this page, there's a yellow box at the top left-hand corner. It's part of a story. There was a story from the beginning of the book all the way to this page. And every time there's a new song, there's a new part of the story that your parents can read to you. If you know how to read, you can read it yourself. But a lot of kids that have this book don't know how to read yet. So if you look over, we've got our title, Our Music Friend. So the next thing we have is after that, we have a picture of a hand and it says RH. That means you're going to play this song with the right hand. So raise your right hand up in the air, okay? And parents, you can kind of quiz them sometimes on right hand, left hand, but there's a picture of it in the book, so you can hold your hand up and match it and make sure, oh yeah, my thumb is going this way. This is the right hand. That's the hand we're going to use on the piano. And then also, you see next to that a picture of a keyboard of a piano, and you see there's a group of 2 black keys and there's a group of 3 black keys. Middle C, the C that we start with, the first note we ever learned, is on the bottom of 2 black keys, okay? So, and at any point, parents, in this video, what I tell the older kids when they watch the videos is you can press pause and go over something again by yourself. Let the child practice it a few times before you resume the video if you're having a little trouble keeping up. So we're going to go back to where it has the 2 black keys. Find your 2 black keys on, if you have a real acoustic piano like I do, it will be by the word on the piano. If you have a keyboard, it's just going to be in the middle of your keyboard, okay? So 2 black keys. We put our thumb on C. Look how I have my fingers curved, see? Like a claw, okay? Because we don't play flat-fingered like this. A lot of little kids try to play flat-fingered. It makes it more difficult. You curve your fingers and you have what I tell the kids, a bubble under your hand. You don't want your hand like this. That's when I say, keep your bubble up, don't pop your bubble. So if I've written that in their book, now you know what that means. Keep your hand and your bubble up. We're trying to use our fingers independently. There are a few kids that were having trouble with this, and we were using our pointer finger on each note, okay? But we are really going to try to use our fingers independently. If we look at the music, the first note, it even has the number 3 over it. That means you're going to use your 3rd finger. And you only have 2 notes in the song, as you see from the picture of the keyboard. You got a note that's in green and a note that's in red. It's only C's and E's. The kids know that C has a special line through the middle. So we're going to look at the book and we're going to say the letters together, okay? So I'm going to point and we're going to say the letters together, okay? And you can look at your book, all right? Go ahead and look at your book and point, okay? So here we go. E, C, E, C. E, 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 C. And then what is this thing at the end? I bet the kids can tell the parents that that is called a repeat sign. So that means we do it again. When you see that bar with the 2 dots, that's called a repeat sign. So we'll do it the song 2 times. Okay, so now that we've practiced saying the letters, and if you had trouble saying the letters with me, you can pause the video and point to them and practice saying them. But we're going to go ahead and play them. So we're going to place our hand, 2 black keys. We're putting our thumb on the bottom white key. It should sound like this. Press your C and see if it sounds like C. If your note sounds like something else, well, then that's not C. So make sure you're hitting the C. Okay, so we're going to start with finger number 3. All right, are you ready? Let's try to play it together. 1, 2, ready, play. E, C. Okay, now you should have been watching your book, or your child should have been watching their book when they were playing. You shouldn't be looking down at your hands. If you look down at your hands and you look back up at the music, you've lost your place. So really, they don't need to look at their hands. Sometimes I cover their hands up with a little book so they can't see their hand. Once your hand is in place, you don't move it. So you want to try to be able to play it without looking at your hands. And you don't need to look at me at the video when their eyes are supposed to be on the music. We're going to do it again, and this time we are going to sing the words, okay? And if just also for the parents to learn something, underneath the first note you see these letters in bold, MF. That means mezzo forte, that's Italian, and that means medium loud. So this is just, you just press medium on the, if you have a touch sensitive keyboard or a real piano, this is not a soft song nor a loud song, it's just medium loud. And we're going to go ahead, and the half notes get 2 beats. That's why I held those longer, the ones that aren't colored in. They're 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Okay, so we're going to sing the words. Kids, get your hand, your thumb on C, get your bubble, make sure your fingers are curved. I'll count, and let's play together, okay? And if you want to sing the words too, you can. 1, 2, ready, play. J-S-Bunny, he's our music friend. Repeat it now. Skipping, skipping, till the music ends. Okay, now if you need to rewind the video and play that a few more times, if you had a little trouble keeping up with me, you can do that. Or you can pause the video and practice it. A good rule of thumb is if you are 5 years old, you practice the song 5 times. You can do something fun like put 5 toys in a row, or 5 stuffed animals. You know, when you play it 1 time, 1 is watching you. When you play it 2 times, two of the stuffed animals are watching you. Or you can do different fun things like that. There's ways to make practice fun, but however old you are, that's how many times you should play it. Okay? The next thing we'll do is we will go ahead and turn the page. Okay? Now we're going to do one more. We're going to look at stepping down on page 33. Okay? This, and like I said, if you're still working on the other song, you can pause the video and come back to this one. This one, stepping down on page 33, of course, again, there's the yellow part in the box that the parents can read for the story. There's something new on this. Most people have done, some people haven't done. I see that underneath the title where it says stepping down, there's a picture of a hand. Do you think that's your left hand or your right hand? It's left hand. It's got a picture. See if your hand matches the picture. Hold your hand up to the picture if you need to. Remember that if your left hand makes an L when you hold it up, okay? And also, your hand is still going to be by 2 black keys, and your left hand, but it's your left hand. So 2 black keys, and your thumb is on the C, or the bottom of the 2 black keys. There is a picture of a keyboard, moms and dads, and it says underneath, above the green note C, it says it has a number 1. That means put your thumb on the C. And then on the purple note B, number 2. Okay, so that's your second finger. And these will be the only 2 notes that your child will play in this song, C's and B's. Okay, remember, middle C always has the special line. We're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to try to play it together. It's pretty easy. We only have C's and B's. Does everybody have their hand ready with their bubble up, their fingers curved, and your thumb on C? 1, 2, ready, play. C, B, C, B, C, 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 rest. C, B, C, C, ah. Sometimes for the rest, I make it fun and we go, ah. On a rest, you just don't play anything. Okay, so I'm going to play the song again with the repeat. If you have any trouble keeping up with me the first time, you may want to pause the video, practice it, or you may want to pause the video and practice saying the letters, because we did not do that together on this one. When you're ready, you can resume the video and we'll play it together. 1, 2, ready, play. Repeat. Okay, so this video, what's really nice about doing a little bit of online work, since school happens to be closed right now, parents, you can get a little more involved, see what your kids are doing, what they're playing, what they're learning. They might put on a little concert for you. Maybe they can pick a favorite song each day. And they can play at the end of the day, whenever you've got time, they can play that favorite song for you. We could even get an audience of stuffed animals if you want. What they should be doing is every time they go sit at the piano, their new song, they play. If you're 4 years old, you play it 4 times. If you're 5 years old, you play it 5 times. 6 years old, 6 times. But you also want to go back. When we do our class at school, they warm up on their keyboards and I say, okay, start at the beginning of your book. And they play the songs they already know so they don't forget them. Most people have a keyboard or piano at home. I think there are still a few people who do not have anything to practice on. So when we're at the school, they warm up and they go play their songs through, their old ones, because if you don't, or you haven't practiced all week, you are going to forget your notes if you don't ever open your book. So it is good habit to practice, and it's really not that long for these little ones. This video right now is 12 minutes. We're about to wrap it up. If they watch, this video 3 times this week and sit down and play with this video 3 times, they should have these songs down perfect. If they haven't done page 32 in the book, that is just a fun little page where they trace the bass clef. The bass clef is the symbol that means to play with your left hand, and it gives you that information on page 32 in this book. And there's also a little middle C to trace. I will also be sending you some worksheets since the kids are home a lot. If they need things to do, I'll send you some worksheets or color sheets for piano to keep them busy and to keep them learning. So anyway, if you just watch the video about 3 times this week, they should be able to sit down for this long and do it, and we'll do it together. And I bet you're going to see a lot of improvement in the coming, at least this week for sure. And we'll see what happens next week. Bye, guys.